speak this morning about believing Jesus is the resurrection and the life. We believe that Jesus is the resurrection and the life. We've been going for some 13 or 14 weeks now through the book of John. And each week we've seen a different group encounter. Sometimes it's the disciples, sometimes the Philistines, and sometimes just the Jewish gathering, a crowd, a group. But each week someone has come into contact with him. He's revealed a different attribute of his character, a different reality of who Christ is. We've come to the understanding that simply coming and saying, I believe, simply saying that I have faith, simply that coming on that one day and accepting Christ, we have to continue to grow and move forward from there. And at each time we come into contact with Christ, each morning that he gives us his new mercy and allows us to see him again, see him working in our lives, is a new opportunity to learn more about him. And this week we want to look at Jesus is the resurrection and the life. It is said that in June, I have to say it was said because I was not there, but June 30th, 1859, I don't think any of us were there, the great Blondin walked across Niagara Falls on a 3-inch in diameter rope stretched from one side of the falls to the other. And for a series of days, consecutive days, he walked back and forth over this rope. And each time that he did, he made the task a little bit more difficult. The first day that he walked across, he choreographed some stumbles, about 160 feet in the air. No net, no harness, just the raging waters of the falls underneath of him. He stumbled as if he was falling, and everyone who was standing on a safe area off to the side was watching, and they oohed and ahed. It looked like he might fall. And then he went by with a long stick that was going over as he walked over the falls. People were amazed. He went over with a wheelbarrow filled with 350 pounds of cement. People were amazed. He went over with a stove, stopped in the middle of this 3-inch in diameter rope going across the falls, stopped and cooked an omelet. No. People were amazed. But then he said, do you believe? Each time they said, we believe, we believe. You are great. You're the Blondin, the great one. We believe, as they looked safely from afar. He's cooking omelets, a wheelbarrow, a pole. But then he said, since you believe, who will climb on my back and go with me? And complete silence fell over the crowd. No one wanted to go with him when it involved them getting off of the safe area. See, it's one thing to believe from afar. It's one thing to believe with our lips. It's one thing to say that I go to church. It's one thing to attend Bible study and church services. But it's another thing to get involved. It's another thing to be active in what we actually have our faith in. It's a whole different story when you are now the one who is 160 feet in the air with no safety net and the Niagara Falls raging underneath you, and your trust is in somebody else. Do you this morning believe? Do we have active faith? Or is our faith only good when times are good? What is it indeed that you actually believe in about Jesus the Christ?